Have you ever wondered what would happen if you suddenly needed help, but no one was there to answer your call? Imagine waking up feeling dizzy. Perhaps you stumble slightly as you walk toward the kitchen. You brush it off, thinking it's just a brief moment of tiredness. But what if it's not? What if it's the start of something far more serious and you're completely alone? If you're over 60 and living alone, these scenarios might have crossed your mind more often lately. Maybe you've thought about what you'd do in a sudden emergency, like a fall in the bathroom, or a quiet but serious stroke occurring while you're watching TV. Perhaps you're worried about scammers who prey on seniors, or simply wonder how safe it truly is to live alone in your later years. You're not alone in these worries. Right now, millions of seniors across America are facing similar concerns. Linda, a 68-year-old retired teacher from Ohio, had these same fears. When Linda lost her husband a few years ago, the silence in her home became overwhelming. She cherished her independence, cooking her favorite meals, tending her garden, and spending quiet evenings reading. But slowly, anxiety started to creep in. What if Linda slipped and fell? How long would it take for someone to notice? What if a smooth-talking scammer targeted her savings, or if loneliness began quietly impacting her health, memory, and spirit? These aren't just hypothetical situations. They're real issues that seniors face every day, and the harsh reality is it only takes one unexpected event to change your life forever. But here's the good news. Living alone after 60 doesn't have to mean living in constant fear. There are simple, practical, and powerful steps you can take right now to remain safe, healthy, and independent in your own home. In this video, I'll share 5 proven ways to stay safe and secure while enjoying the freedom of living alone. These methods have transformed Linda's life, and they can transform yours too. As we go through each step, think about your own situation. Have you experienced moments of worry or doubt about your safety? Or perhaps you've already taken some precautions. If so, I invite you to share your experiences in the comments below. Your insights might help someone else watching today. Stick with me, because the information you're about to hear could genuinely change your life. Together, we'll explore how to thrive safely, independently, and confidently after age 60. Understanding the risks, why safety matters after 60. Before we dive deeper into the 5 powerful ways to stay safe living alone, let's take a moment to understand clearly why safety matters so much after age 60. Knowing exactly what you're up against can help you appreciate just how crucial these safety measures really are. Did you know that 1 in 4 seniors experiences a serious fall every year? That means right now, millions of people just like you could be just one misstep away from an emergency. Falls are not just minor inconveniences. They're the #1 cause of injuries among older adults, leading to broken bones, hospitalization, and even loss of independence. And falling isn't the only risk you face living alone. Consider this. Each year, thousands of seniors suffer heart attacks or strokes while they're at home by themselves. These health emergencies often strike suddenly, quietly, and without immediate help. The outcomes can be devastating. What if it happened to you? Would someone reach you in time? But physical dangers aren't your only concern. Unfortunately, older adults have become primary targets for scammers and thieves. Why? Because scammers know seniors often live alone, might be more trusting, or sometimes less familiar with rapidly changing technology. The result? Americans over 60 lose billions each year to fraudulent schemes, fake emergency calls, or convincing email scams. Yet perhaps the most underestimated risk is loneliness and isolation. Studies have shown that chronic loneliness is as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes every day. Prolonged isolation significantly increases the risk of depression, dementia, and heart disease. You may not realize it at first, but loneliness quietly impacts your well-being, memory, and overall quality of life. These dangers aren't meant to scare you, they are meant to motivate you. Understanding these risks clearly empowers you to take action now before it's too late. The next 5 steps are practical, effective, and easy to implement, so that you can confidently face each new day with greater peace of mind. Before we move forward, let me ask you, have you experienced any of these risks personally? Have you worried about your safety, security, or loneliness while living alone? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your experience could help someone else realize they're not alone. Now, let's discover these 5 life-changing strategies together. Way 1. Create a daily check-in routine. The first and possibly the simplest step to staying safe living alone after 60 is creating a daily check-in routine. It might sound basic, but this small habit can literally save your life. Imagine waking up and sending a quick text message or making a brief phone call each morning. Something as simple as saying, "Good morning," or "I'm okay." It may seem insignificant, but this tiny act is powerful. It ensures that someone you trust always knows you're safe and well, and more importantly, it alerts them immediately if something isn't right. Let's return for a moment to Linda, our 68-year-old retired teacher. After experiencing anxiety about what might happen in an emergency, Linda decided to start a daily check-in with her neighbor Carol. Every morning at exactly 9 a.m., Linda sends Carol a simple message. "Good morning, everything's fine here." Carol knows if that message doesn't come through by 10 a.m., it's time to call or drop by Linda's house to check in. Now, think about your situation. Who could your check-in person be? It doesn't have to be a neighbor. It could be a close friend, a family member, or even a community volunteer. Choose someone reliable who genuinely cares about your well-being, and make it clear that you trust them with this important responsibility. If using a smartphone or texting isn't your thing, don't worry. Technology offers plenty of other simple solutions. You could use a home assistant device like Alexa, set up automated daily calls, or even install a simple motion detection system that alerts loved ones if there's no movement in your home for several hours. Many of these solutions are affordable, simple to set up, and require very little effort. A daily check-in doesn't only help in health emergencies, it also provides protection against scammers. If someone suspicious contacts you demanding money or personal information, your check-in partner can serve as your second opinion, helping you identify fraud before it's too late. This tiny habit doesn't restrict your independence. Rather, it gives you freedom and peace of mind. Knowing that someone out there is quietly looking after your well-being can drastically reduce your worries and boost your confidence. So let me ask you right now, do you already have someone who could be your daily check-in person? Would you be comfortable adopting this simple but life-saving habit? Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below, because your insight might inspire someone else watching today. Now the next step is just as important. Are you ready to learn how preparing a simple emergency plan can dramatically improve your safety at home? Way 2, emergency preparedness. Have a clear action plan. No one expects an emergency to happen, but when it does, being prepared makes all the difference between a minor incident and a life-threatening situation. That's why our second step, creating a clear emergency action plan, is so incredibly important. Think about it. If you suddenly experienced severe chest pain, a stroke, or a dangerous fall, would you know exactly what to do? Could you quickly get help, even if you couldn't reach your phone? Many seniors underestimate how quickly emergencies escalate, sometimes within seconds or minutes. Being prepared in advance ensures you're never truly alone when facing the unexpected. Let's revisit Linda again. After realizing how vulnerable she was, Linda took practical measures to safeguard herself. First, she created a simple emergency contact list and placed it visibly next to her phone and refrigerator. The list clearly shows her doctor's number, family contacts, trusted neighbors, and local emergency services. She even programmed her smartphone to show emergency contacts labeled ICE, meaning in case of emergency, so emergency responders could instantly reach those closest to her if necessary. But Linda knew she needed more than just a list. She also invested in a wearable medical alert device. This discreet, lightweight pendant is always around her neck, hidden comfortably beneath her clothing. One simple press of a button immediately connects her to trained emergency operators who can send help directly to her home. Linda no longer worries about not being able to reach a phone after a fall or sudden illness, because now help is literally at her fingertips. And here's the best part. Many of these alert devices detect falls automatically. If you lose consciousness or can't press the button yourself, the device triggers an automatic call for help. This innovation has saved thousands of seniors from potentially devastating outcomes, and it could save you too. In addition to medical emergencies, Linda also thought about other unexpected situations, such as fires, gas leaks, or suspicious visitors at the door. She created clear, simple emergency exit routes in her home and placed flashlights strategically, ensuring she could safely leave any room in under 1 minute. So let me ask you this. If an emergency happened to you today, would you feel prepared? Do you have a clear emergency action plan already in place, or do you see the value in creating one right now? Please share your ideas and experiences in the comments below. Your insights might help someone else who hasn't considered this yet. Now, don't go anywhere, because the next step we'll cover could help you stop scammers and burglars from targeting your home and savings. Are you ready to learn how to strengthen your home security? Way 3. Strengthen home security. Protect yourself from intruders and scams. Living alone after 60 brings great freedom, but sadly, it can also attract unwanted attention from scammers and burglars. Did you know that older adults are often viewed as easier targets, simply because criminals assume seniors are less protected and more trusting? Thankfully, there are simple yet highly effective steps you can take right now to strengthen your home security and keep yourself protected from scams and intruders. Let's start with home security itself. Linda understood the importance of making her home look occupied and secure, because thieves typically avoid homes that appear protected. First, she upgraded the locks on all her doors to strong, reinforced deadbolts, an inexpensive upgrade that made forced entry nearly impossible. She then added motion sensor lights around her home, especially near doorways and driveways. This small addition alone can significantly deter burglars who prefer operating unseen. Linda didn't stop there. She installed a video doorbell camera. Now, whenever someone knocks or approaches her door, she sees them clearly on her smartphone, without even opening the door. This provides Linda peace of mind, knowing she never has to open her door to a stranger, and if necessary, she can easily call for help. But threats aren't only physical. Scammers are another serious threat. Millions of seniors lose money every year due to scams involving phone calls, emails, and even fake utility workers at the doorstep. Linda almost became a victim herself. One afternoon, she received a call claiming her bank account had been compromised. The caller sounded genuine, authoritative, and urgent, but thankfully, Linda had a simple rule. Never provide personal information over the phone to an unknown caller. Instead, she hung up immediately and called her bank directly, only to learn there was no issue at all. You can protect yourself by following Linda's example. Never give sensitive personal details over the phone or through unexpected emails. Always confirm directly with your bank, utility company, or family members if you suspect a scam. Linda also set up a trusted person system. Whenever something suspicious arises, she double-checks it with her neighbor Carol or her niece, ensuring she never falls victim to clever, manipulative scammers. Now, I'd like to ask you directly, Have you or someone you know ever been targeted by scams or felt unsafe at home? What precautions have you already put into place, or what new safety measures would you consider adding? Share your experiences or ideas in the comments below. Your story might just help others protect themselves. Stay with me, because next I'll show you simple steps to avoid one of the biggest dangers older adults face at home every single day: falls. Are you ready to learn how a few minor adjustments can prevent serious injury and help you stay independent? Way 4. Fall prevention. Simple changes, big impacts. Falls are the leading cause of injuries among seniors in America, yet the good news is most falls are completely preventable. Even small adjustments to your home and daily routine can dramatically reduce your risk. Imagine how comforting it would feel knowing you've created a safer living environment, one that protects your independence for years to come. Linda learned firsthand how easily a simple slip could happen. One evening, as she walked through her living room, Linda stumbled over a loose rug she'd walked past hundreds of times. Luckily, she wasn't seriously injured, but that single event opened her eyes. She realized she needed to fall-proof her home immediately. Linda started with simple yet crucial modifications. She installed sturdy grab bars in her bathroom, both near her toilet and inside the shower, eliminating one of the most common fall hazards: slippery surfaces. She also replaced dim lights throughout her home, especially near stairs, hallways, and entryways, with brighter LED bulbs. Good lighting might seem minor, but seeing clearly can truly mean the difference between a safe step and a dangerous stumble. She didn't stop there. Linda secured all her loose rugs with non-slip pads or removed them entirely. She carefully reorganized electrical cords, ensuring her floors were always clear and safe to walk. These simple changes took minimal effort, but they significantly improved Linda's safety and confidence at home. But Linda knew fall prevention also involves keeping herself strong and balanced. She adopted an easy daily routine of gentle stretching and simple balance exercises. Each morning, Linda practices standing up from a chair without using her hands, walking heel to toe across her kitchen floor, and gently rotating her ankles in circles to improve flexibility. These simple movements require just 5 minutes a day, but they've noticeably strengthened her legs and improved her balance. And because accidents can still occasionally happen, Linda always keeps her phone or wearable medical alert device within easy reach, ensuring she can always quickly call for help if needed. Now, think carefully about your own home. Is it truly fall-proof? Have you already made any adjustments, or could you benefit from these simple changes Linda made? Have you thought about adding a few minutes of gentle exercise each day to maintain your balance and strength? Share your experiences and ideas in the comments below. Your thoughts may inspire someone else to take action today. Keep watching, because the final step we'll cover may be the most important of all. Did you know loneliness is as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day? Next, I'll reveal how staying socially connected can dramatically boost your health and happiness. Way 5. Stay socially active. Defeating loneliness and isolation. When we think about living alone after 60, we often overlook one of the most hidden yet serious risks: loneliness. Did you know isolation can be as damaging to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes every single day? Loneliness isn't just an emotional state. It physically impacts your heart, your memory, and even increases your risk of dementia and depression. But the good news is, staying socially connected can literally transform your health and happiness in ways you might never imagine. Linda, like many older adults, initially underestimated loneliness. After her husband passed away, she convinced herself that she enjoyed her solitude. Quiet evenings and time to herself seemed comforting. But gradually, Linda noticed subtle yet significant changes. She felt more tired, less motivated, and experienced frequent forgetfulness. These weren't just signs of aging, they were symptoms of social isolation quietly affecting her mental and physical well-being. Then, one day, a seemingly small decision completely changed her life. While shopping at her local grocery store, Linda ran into an old friend who warmly invited her to join a weekly painting class for seniors at the local community center. At first, Linda hesitated. She hadn't picked up a paintbrush since high school and worried she might feel awkward or out of place. But something inside her nudged her forward, and she decided to give it a try. That simple decision transformed her entire outlook on life. The painting class quickly became a source of joy and friendship. Linda discovered she wasn't alone. Others in the group had faced similar struggles, and together they shared laughter, support, and meaningful conversations. Within weeks, Linda felt healthier, more energized, and her memory even improved significantly. All from connecting regularly with people who genuinely cared. There are countless easy ways to stay socially active, no matter your age, your interests, or how long it's been since you last reached out. You can join hobby clubs, volunteer at local organizations, participate in church activities, or even join online social groups and virtual meetups from home. Staying connected doesn't mean constant socializing. It simply means having someone to talk to, laugh with, and rely on when you need support. Now think about yourself. Have you experienced loneliness or isolation since living alone? Have you considered joining groups or reconnecting with old friends but hesitated? What interests or hobbies could you pursue right now that might bring you new friendships and happiness? I invite you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your story may encourage others to take that vital first step. Don't stop now, because next, I'll wrap up by showing you exactly how these 5 simple yet powerful strategies can help you stay safe, happy, and independent in your golden years. Are you ready to embrace a brighter, safer future? Now that you've learned these 5 practical steps, I want you to know this clearly. Living alone after 60 doesn't have to mean living in fear, loneliness, or worry. With a simple daily check-in routine, a clear emergency plan, stronger home security, minor home adjustments to prevent falls, and meaningful social connections, you can confidently embrace your independence. Remember Linda's story. She was once overwhelmed by anxiety and isolation, but today she lives with confidence, joy, and peace of mind. And her story can absolutely be yours too. Each of these steps is manageable, effective, and designed specifically for you, empowering you to enjoy every day of your life, safely, happily, and independently. I encourage you right now. Choose at least one of these strategies to start today. Take that small step forward, because you truly deserve the freedom, safety, and happiness these simple changes will bring into your life.